Hello, my name is Nick. I'm here to make another video of my GS450, but this time it's all to do with the infotainment system with Lexus. So it's not the latest technology. This vehicle was manufactured in 2014, so it's quite an old technology compared to what we can find today. But it's still a fairly decent package that Lexus has put together. And the reason I wanted to make this video is to also show anyone who may be contemplating buying a Lexus at some point. They may be hesitant whether this car could be great for their needs, and they may slightly be a little bit hesitant purchasing a vehicle because they've heard some quite appalling reviews about the infotainment system. So I'm hoping that my video will clarify any questions that you may have about the sat-nav or the infotainment that Lexus is offering. Personally, I think it is a good system. So it's not the best of the best, but it is a system that works, it's robust, and it's not letting you down. It really does what it says on the tin. It's just all the functions work quite beautifully. So here's what I'm going to show you. You've got the Mousepad that lots of people talk and they don't really like, which you can move around, and you've got about 3 separate buttons here. You've got the home button, you've got the menu button, and you've got the up and down. The up and down works for the navigation page if you want to zoom in or zoom out, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But this is a Mousepad, so at the moment you can see if I move to the left, it will move to the side, and on the home page, which is what is presently at the moment showing, the home page will give you 3 separate windows all in one screen display. So, and I actually quite like it because you've got the audio on the left, so if you put the radio back on, then you're hearing the radio, and you can also see the sat nav at the same time, and you also see your climate control all together. So the vehicle gives you all that information. So I'm going to mute the radio music now, but if you want to click onto the music or audio, you got different pages here. You've got the AM, FM, and DAB digital radio. So all these for the radio channels, and if you click onto one of them, what happens, it will take you to some kind of menus, and you've got a service list if you want to select some various channels available. You can also select, well, you can put some different information about time shift if you want to. I don't really bother with that, but you can also select the channels up and down, and it will do an automatic search. You can also select the service presets. So the service presets is what you've already saved before. So you select chill, for example, you get some nice and chill out music. That's for one option. If you click on the right arrow, it will take you to what they call there's another page called BT audio, which is the Bluetooth audio. So if you click onto the Bluetooth audio, it connects from your phone, and if you've got it with Spotify, or if you've got an iPhone, you can basically play music directly from iTunes and so on. So it really is good. It works very well. I've got it disconnected at the moment, but it's a really good system. Now if I press here onto the menu, it will take me to this menu page, and here you've got a few functions. So one is all to do with the car. So at the moment the car engine is running, and it will show the battery level, and you've got the electric motor and the engine. So currently it's using the electric motor, so there's nothing else running, or the battery is actually making everything else functioning. So that is pretty good. You can also select the fuel consumption, so it gives you an idea about what is your fuel consumption whilst driving. for the last 15 minutes. And I think it's quite informative, not something I actually look at all the time, but you want to get an idea about what is the mileage consumption when you're driving this vehicle. On average, I do about 32, 28 miles per gallon in town, and easily on the motorway I can do 38 miles per gallon, nearly 40 miles per gallon, which is very impressive for a 3.5 V6 engine. Now, if there's an info button, so if you click on it, this will give you some information about traffic prediction, and this is a function that from time to time I use if you're driving in town and you get stuck into traffic. The traffic prediction will tell you where the roads are clogged up. So you've got a lot of traffic, so it'll give you different colors. You got an orange color when this traffic is dense, and red color when there's a gridlock. So it's pretty useful. You can also increase the time prediction if you want to, or decrease the time prediction. It's entirely up to you. You can get the traffic information, which is standard on many vehicles, I think on all cars, I would imagine. And this gives you specific information where you are, and you can have a look at the road on the map. So it will show you on the map, or you can have a look at the information in a little bit more details. So it takes you to a different page, but options are there to provide you with any information, what's happening around the area where you are. So it's pretty useful to have. And the traffic prediction is something that I quite enjoy using. It's very useful because, as I said, it gives me some information. So I can just plan or change the route and avoid the main road, or avoid where the congested area is, and that kind of helps. Obviously you can use different apps on your phone, but I'm just talking purely on the actual sat nav, what Lexus has put together for the year 2014 for these vehicles. So this is what is available, and it's available at no cost. So something that you need to bear in mind. I had a BMW car before. If you want to have a live traffic information, you have to pay a subscription. So it's an annual subscription which costs about £140, and that annual subscription also gives you the access to your emails or text messages from your phone. So none of that is actually free, so like Lexus. And with Lexus, all of this is standard, so you can check your emails, you can get your MMS messages or text messages, and you'll get them on your phone. And you can also read out your messages as they come along. So you're driving, you can't read the text message or the email. The system will automatically read it out for you if you want to. So it's very, very good. Now the next bit, you got a link for setup. So this link for setup gives you general setup, how you want to configure your system. So general about the language, voice recording, home screen, how you want the screen to appear when you start your engine, or when you get into your car. You've got this sort of introduction screen, and you can change all of that, and it gives you the option to add what you want. You can also alternate the volume of the voice, the system, the voice for navigation system, but also to read out your emails. So you can decide what you want to do with it. There's quite a few configurations, and obviously you've got settings for navigations. So you can choose it on 3D landmarks if you want to, which is what I have at the moment. I will show you in a minute. You've got a vehicle settings, so you've got a page for maintenance. So when Lexus serves your car, they upload the information, they write everything down, so you've got that information onto your system as well, which is quite useful to have. You got different customization that you can add on to your vehicle, how you want the doors to lock, and the climate settings, the light settings, and other vehicle settings, driver seat, easy exit. So I left it on full. Everything moves towards the to get the driver ready to drive, and that's really good stuff. Now, moving away from vehicle settings, now we're going to the phone settings. So you got sound settings, phone book, message settings, telephone display settings. These are several configurations you can add on, you can tailor. And you got Bluetooth settings when you can add a few more settings with your registered device or connect another phone, and it allows you to connect several mobile devices at the same time, which is a good thing. You got audio setting too as well, so it's all there for sound, for radio settings. And the info settings is regarding the traffic, so it gives you you've got the option, if you want the voice to automatically interrupt your radio or whatever you're listening, it will tell you what the traffic situation is. Personally, I tend to have it off. And this info about parking, show parking icons, is on. That's for the actual map. So if we come out of the settings, you've got obviously this option for sat nav. So it's pretty good. What you get is this menu. If you don't want it, you take it off and it takes you straight to the navigation system. So you can zoom in or you can zoom out, and you can also, with these buttons, zoom in or zoom out. So you have these options as you wish, whatever you prefer doing. And if you want to set a destination, quite easy. You go to menu, click on destination, and it will take you to this page. And what I tend to do is go on to the second page and select the UK postal code. It's a full 6-digit postal code, and it's brilliant. Easy to set it all up. You put it all together, and so if I put one postcode to show you, W3 or TJ, and as you can see, I'm not struggling with the Mousepad because the sensitivity has been reduced, and it's something that you can set. I know this Mousepad has been criticized heavily by a number of journalists, but the automatic setup is quite sensitive, and that's probably why a lot of people are finding it difficult. So if you reduce the sensitivity, then it's much easier to manage. So what you can do, you got the option, because I had another destination set up before and I didn't complete the journey, but right here you get the map telling you this is where the destination is, and they'll give you 3 routes and let you know which one you want to take. So one is quicker because of the traffic situation, one is shorter because it doesn't have that much mileage to do, and one is another short destination. So it selects the 3 different routes. So if you select the short one and you click on to start,
the route guidance will start now,
and that is it, really.
Mile, left turn.
And if you wish to cancel the route guidance, all you need to do is click on menu and you select suspend guidance, and that is it. So it's quite an easy system to live with. It's 3D landmark graphics. So when you're getting into town, for example, you'll see the 3-dimensional images of buildings, and when you get into an intersection, it will actually automatically zoom in and zoom out, and it's not intrusive. It's done cleverly, so you can't really miss out a turn, for example, because they tell you when to turn, because it zooms in as you approach the area where you need to do a left or right. And for that, I think it's brilliant. The system works well. I quite like it. Going back to the actual menu here. So you've got the audio, which we went in, and that tells you all about the available system. So you can also connect with a USB from the inside glove box right here. So you've got USB connection here, and if you connect it automatically, it will start reading. So if you've got an iPod, it will work quite well, and you can also use the CD as well. So all of that is available. It's a pretty decent system. It's not a system that looks amazing in terms of graphic and the layout, but it's a system that you can live with fairly easy because it doesn't cause you any problem to get everything running. You got your Bluetooth, it will work. You can play your music, it will work. There's no problem. Every single time I use it, it's just brilliant. Now, right here, if we select the telephone system, you've got different numbers here. So the layout for the phone is quite a straightforward system. I quite like it as well. It's not something that I use very much. If I just accept a call, then you could use from the steering wheel to accept a call or to end a call. And so you've got various options here. But other than that, you get option to view your messages. So all of this is available, and if you're viewing a message, then what you can do is you can reply, and you've got a number of ready messages that you can reply on the go. So you can quickly respond to a message, and you've got 3 different slides. So basically you've got 15 different ready-made answers already put together for you. You can edit them if you wish to. It's not something I would sort of entertain anyone to do that whilst you're driving, but if you are parked anywhere safe and you can't get your phone, then you could easily quickly just respond to these messages quite fast, and as long as you've got no long messages to write, then that's perfect. But it's all there. So those systems and these options are available for free, and that is brilliant. I had to pay these a subscription with BMW to receive my emails, and I think it was £140, as I mentioned earlier, every year. So I thought, well, it's not the best looking system, but it's certainly a system that is not going to let you down. It's definitely going to work. Overall, that is really I can say about this device. The sat-nav and the infotainment system with Lexus is quite a decent system for what it does. It will give you all these options, and it's not going to let you down. So if you're thinking of buying a Lexus car, an older model, and you're kind of put off by the bad press, then I would say please just don't be, because the system is not as bad as people claim it is. So honestly, it's a system that you will be living with quite easily. Once you know how this works, then it's easy to operate, and mainly people will be driving, so you're not going to be focusing on your system all the time. For me, it serves its purpose. It just does everything that it says on the tin, and it's a very decent system. So I can't be complaining for a system that is absolutely standard and you have no additional payments to make. So that is something that Lexus has actually done quite well, and it's a good system, honestly. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video and it's been a bit helpful. And if you're thinking of buying a car like a Lexus, if you are enjoying what you see in this video, then I would say you won't be disappointed. Thank you again. Bye bye.